Where's our Mirage? How is it? I don't know how it went to 0, dude. Like that. Like I do. Maybe we just talk about it now, but the last points adjustment list was good and bad at the same time. Honestly, I wasn't entirely impressed. And yes, I am the branded player. Like I'm your local branded merchant, but like why? How did Tonenberg get the only hit on MST as it being like one of the most topping decks slash engines? Also, Mirage a nightmare to 0. Like, yeah, what? From 10 to 0, not just like 5? Not a big fan, especially with the branded hits, because when you consider things like Mercurier, like I'm trying to I'm trying to go through my head. There are like 3 different paths that Konami took when they took to hitting this branded deck, and I think it was mainly because of the Fallen and the Virtuous, because this thing is like broken, right, generically, but instead they put it to 15 points and then ended up, they were like, okay, instead of making this card unplayable and with a lot of strategies, we're going to make every target have 10 points. So they gave every target 10 points except for Alba Lunatus and Alba System Dogmatica. And then they also pointed out Grand Guignol and Mercurier. And we'll get to Mercurier in a second, because like the thing is, like, Lubellion and Mirjade are now 10 points. These were both 33 before, but they did put Brand Diffusion to 40. So like, my opinion, I think they just like went a step too hard, because if you look at the old list that we were running is like about 200 points, and now we're at 99. So we actually got slapped by 50% in terms of points from what we were using. So I'm not, you know, I hope on the next list or something that they adjust things, but like, to me, things like Sprined, like, sure, I can get Dogma being 10 because it's a towers, but like Sprine, Titanclad, um like why are these things, Mercurier, like why do these cards have points? Like, you are just hitting branded at that point. And also Grand Guignol, obviously. Okay, so when I saw the Grand Guignol hit, I was like, okay, so the and Mercurier hit, they are just trying to hit out a branded. Like, that's the thing. They're hitting Fallen of the Virtuous, and they're also hitting branded, but they could also just put Fallen of the Virtuous to fit to like 50, in my opinion, and then like remove the points on Titanclad and like Sprined. And I think branded is like fine. It just gives branded like 1 or 2 more option trees. Like, and also Mercurier being a non-target negate is very good, but the thing is that we don't have branded lost in our decks. So like, we aren't searching this unless we're using branded and high spirits, which is a -1 to get it. And then also or branded sword lines with Allura Darkness, which we are now pointed out of even using. So do you see why like this hit makes 0 sense, right? Like, because all you're doing is stopping like 1 interruption on like a 5 interruption branded board, basically, that you usually have to go -1 to get, or just like that they already pointed out. So like, the fact they already pointed, like, they didn't need to put points on Mercurier. I don't know, I'm trying not to sound as biased as a branded player, but to me, when I saw that, I'm like, that's like hitting all the lock targets instead of banning Sanctifier, right? Like, oh wait, that's what Konami did. Damn. Shit. Well, I just wish that we would go beyond. Like, I hope, and this is not some, like, obviously it's month to month, and they've said to let your feedback be known. And this is me letting my feedback be known. I think the branded hits were too much, and you could easily adjust the Fallen and the Virtuous to like 50, and then make it so like, or even 60, honestly, because this card is very good. And you can like play this very easily in Dogmatica, and maybe point down Nadir so like Dogmatica can run this or something. I don't know. But it just, like, to me, some of these hits are kind of mind-boggling. Like, I'm lucky Renbrum doesn't have any points. Like, God. And on some level, I did say it was a somewhat buff because we got Lubellion. The fact we can run Lubellion, Mirror Jade, and Branded Fusion with the girls is pretty good. But the issue is, like, they put Albion to 20. Albion to 20 also makes no sense to me. Albion should probably be 10, just as the same as Lubellion, right? Like, Albion is not, like... I get it, it's like the one-card combo, quote-unquote, but, like, the one-card combo... You guys have taken away all the value from the one-card combo for Branded Fusion in Genesys format already. Like, you don't need to... I don't know, just let the deck breathe a little bit. Deck would be fine with the bird at 0. Dude, just at least put the bird to 0. Like, what did Mercourier ever do? Like, you can't even take out a girl and run Mercourier, guys. That's how crazy it is. It's like... That's why I don't think... Like, okay, so, like, when we read the preamble... There was nothing in there that signaled they were hitting Branded. Branded has... Besides the Fallen and the Virtuous, which they said was going to hit because it's generic. Branded only got a top 8 at the Genesys Invitational. Like, that's why I'm like, I didn't, like, don't take Branded best deck that seriously, Konami, when I say it every video, right? Like, do I just have, guys, Branded worst deck. Guys, we just have to say Branded is the worst deck so Konami doesn't hit our deck because this happened... When I first released a video on Genesys format, when Genesys format dropped the day of, I released a Branded Dracotale deck list that was disgusting, right? Like, you could just, it was, you were playing Altharion, like Ketu, Malulu, like, it was stupid. It was, like, so much power. It was, like, the best, like, in retrospect, I didn't get to actually test that deck on DB Ladder, but, like, now knowing the power of the format, I would have... It would have just... It was basically playing, like modern Branded. So, like... And then, like, a few days later on the actual points adjustment list, they made that strategy impossible. So, like... I know they watch my content, like, on some level. Or, like, they test it themselves. It's either that. And I know they are very much, They test internally, right? But they very much are... finger on the pulse of the community to try to get feedback for this format, which I like. So I don't think, like, but, like, honestly, I don't want to say, like, I bet they're testing it internally too, and maybe they just think Branded's too good. But the thing is, it wasn't, like, are you guys going off a DB ladder? Like, are like because elsewise Branded hasn't been doing, like, as much as other decks that got hit. Like, Branded got way disproportionately hit compared to the other decks, like VS. Even VS got, like, is still fucking alive, unfortunately. Lost at 66 points is criminal. I agree with that too. Like, it really shouldn't even be 66 points. It's not even, like, dude, like, I don't know. Yeah, I'm not a big fan. Fallen and Virtuous should be 40. Grand Guignol deserved points. It was good generically in every fusion deck. I mean, I can agree with that. Okay, so, like, there's actually a lot of hits that, on some level, I can understand where, like, they redistributed the points from Mirror Jade and Lubellion. So I can understand, like, sure, if you want to make Titanic and Grand Guignol have points, sure. But, like, why is Branded Fusion 40 now? Like, it should be 33 and give me, like, some... Like, I have no points for not... And like, Albion. If Branded Fusion and Albion were both, like, 10... Like, what they were, 33 and 10, like... And you put points on all the names, like, except for, like, some of them, like, I think that would have been a better trade-off, frankly, because then at least I could, like, either have non-engine or I get the chance to main another name, essentially, or, like... And then also Mercourier, once again, is just, like, mind-boggling. This is where... And also, what was it? Taxman. Masquerade. Masquerade got 16 out of nowhere. I was using this card criminally on ladder, to be fair. This card is so good. Like, this card won me so many games off of just, like, almost breaking their board and then making this and then them killing themselves kind of thing. It wasn't a ton of them, but, like, it was more than like, it was about a dozen games I won off of this thing, so it was pretty good. So I don't know what happened there, but 16 is kind of crazy, but I can understand since it's burn, but, like, okay, hold up. Let's see what Red Eyes is at. Who wants to guess it's 0? It's at 1. It's at 1. It's at 1. It's at 1. What? Brambles at 1. Like, what? Like, this is what I'm talking, like, Konami, I thought we were trying to make the format, like, open for decks. Like, why are we, and trying to be fair with, like, the hits, but why is this something that, like, I would just love to, this is where they should have an article displaying the reasoning for the, like, I'm surprised we didn't get an article breaking down why they, oh no, we apparently did, but it was before the list came out, so they didn't say what was getting hit specifically outside of a few things, and they didn't even mention branded, so that's why it's just like, it's really weird. And I hope that they backtrack on some of the hits, because it really made me almost quit the format, but we found a playable build, but a couple playable builds. It's just kind of crazy. Honestly, seriously, Albion to 10, Bird to 0, Dogma to 0. Yeah, Dogma to 0 would be great, because then I could search Bird. Yeah, no, I would deal with that. Also, Albion to 10 makes it so I could run, like, double Guignol, or I just want Titanclad, man. Like, I miss my fucking Titanclad, dude.